Good morning, guys. Today is November 11th, 2020. Happy Veterans Day. First off, I want to show you what you're going to be doing in Reading Canvas today. So next week we have a Reading CA. And so I want you to practice a little bit with reading two passages in a row and answering questions. So when you get to today on reading, you're going to go down to Wednesday. Okay, you have your story that you're going to listen to like we do every day. Please make sure you're listening to that every day. All right, because the more you listen to it, the better you're going to do on that vocabulary test on Thursday and your comprehension test on Friday. All right. So after you listen to the story, go ahead and click Next. And now you have a reading passage. Racing Team by Arlene Mart. So you're going to read it. Okay? Sorry, this screen should be a little bigger than that. Hold on one second. Okay. So you're going to read the passage. And then there are questions that you need to answer. Okay? When you're done with all of those questions, you're going to hit Submit Quiz, and then you're going to go to the next story. So you have the Racing Team. Make sure, guys, when you're answering those questions, go back to the text and prove your answer. Okay, go back and find your answer. After you're done with that, you're going to do Practice Curriculum Assessment Passage number 2. Alright, and you have From Frank Pearl in the Awful Waffle Kerfuffle by Megan McDonald. Same thing. Read and answer the questions. Okay. So that is what you will be doing in reading today. Please make sure you take your time. We're doing this so that I can get an idea how prepared you are for the Reading CA next week. Okay? Read it. Take your time when you read it. And when you're answering the questions, when you're answering the questions, go back and find your answer and prove your answer. Okay? So that's what y'all are doing in reading today. And then in writing, make sure you do your writing prompt. And we're going to go ahead and move into our math lesson. All right. So today we're practicing multiplication and division word problems. Remember, these questions are to prepare you for the CA next week. Okay, so we have 4 times 6. So I want you to pause the video here, pick a strategy, and solve 4 times 6, and press play when you have your answer. So I'm going to do equal groups. So I'm going to have 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm multiplying, so I'm going to put 6 in every circle. Okay. And then when I count all of them, 6, 12, 18, 24, I know that my answer is 24. Okay. Remember to use that as your strategy for multiplication. Now we have a division. So I did this so that we could notice the difference. When we're multiplying, we create our groups and we put our lines into the groups. Okay? In division, I create my groups. I have 8 groups. Okay, and I'm putting in 1 at a time until I get to 32. So it's the opposite. In this one, I put 6 in every one. In this one, I'm not going to put 32 in every circle, right? I'm dividing the 32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So now I look in here, all of these have 4. And that tells me that 32 divided by 8 is 4. Okay, so remember the difference. Remember, multiplication and division are opposites. They go together, but they're opposites. Okay? Remember, multiplication, you're going to take two smaller numbers and get a bigger number. And then division, you're going to work backwards. Alright, let's look at our first question. Remember, we're going to use cub, circle, underline, and box. There are 3 basketball teams practicing together in a gym. Each team has 10 players. All of the players are used to make 6 groups during the practice. There's an equal number of players in each group. How many players are in each group? So I have 3 basketball teams. Each team has 10 players. All of the players are used to make 6 groups. So I have a lot of numbers here, so this is going to be more than one step. I know that there's an equal number of players in the group. How many players are in each group? Okay, so each is in the question, so I know that I'm going to divide at some point. Each is a keyword for division and multiplication, but if it's in the question, I know I'm going to divide. So let's go ahead, guys, this is a hard question, okay? You have a bunch of numbers, you have a bunch of words, but remember, when in doubt, draw it out, okay? So I have my 3 basketball teams, so let's go ahead and draw 3 basketball teams. 1, 2, 3. Each team has 10 players, okay? So this team has 10, this team has 10, and this team has 10. So how many players do I have? 10, 20, 30. Okay, so I know I have 30 players. But 30 is not my answer. Okay, I have to keep going. All of the players are used to make 6 groups during practice. So now I'm going to take my 30 players and I'm going to put them into 6 groups. So this is a 2-step problem. Sometimes you're going to have 1 step, sometimes you're going to have 2 steps. Okay, so now I'm going to take 30 and put them into 6 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Okay, so we were dividing there. So now I'm going to look and I see that there's 5 in every group. So let's go back and look and see what the question's asking. How many players are in each group? Okay, well, I know there's 5 in all of these groups, so my answer is J. So you have to be mindful of those multi-step problems, okay? Sometimes you're going to have 1 step, sometimes you're going to have more than 1 step. Look here, you have a basketball team, you have players, and you have groups. I can tell that's going to be a multi-step problem, okay? And we circled our numbers, we underlined our question, and we boxed our keyword. So make sure you're using cub on every single question. Okay, so I'll show you this again. I had my 3 basketball teams, 1, 2, and 3. I put 10 players on each team, okay? But then I needed to put the players into 6 groups. So first I had to figure out how many total players there were. Then I could put those players into groups, which it told me here. Alright. A group of 64 children and 24 adults will travel to a zoo in vans. There will be 8 people in each van. How many vans will be needed to take the group to the zoo? Okay, so we're going to do cub. 64 children and 24 adults. There will be 8 people in each van. How many vans will be needed to take the group to the zoo? Okay. So, I have 64 children, 24 adults in a van. There will be 8 people in each van. How many vans will we need to take people to the zoo? Okay, so first I have to figure out how many people there are. I know I have 64 children, and I know I have 24 adults. So I need to add this. Okay, 8 and 8. 88 people. Okay, 88 is not my answer because look, I still have this 8 people that I need to deal with. There will be 8 people in each van. Okay. Each is in the problem, so I know I'm multiplying. In the last question, each was in the question, so I was dividing. If each is up here, I'm multiplying. I'm sorry, I'm dividing. I'm sorry. So now we're putting people into vans. Okay, so now I have 88 divided by the 8 vans. Okay, so you're going to draw 8 circles. Okay, and you're going to start placing 8s. You're going to start placing dots in here until you get to 88. Pause it here and see what answer you get. Alright, so if you did the math on your own, you should have 11 in each one. 88 divided by 8 is 11. Okay? And our last question. There are 2 different colors of chairs in the cafeteria. There are 3 rows that have 9 blue chairs in each row. There are 24 red chairs. How many chairs are in the cafeteria? Okay, so I know I have 24 red chairs. I know that. Okay, so I have 24 red chairs. But I have 3 rows of 9 blue chairs. Okay, so remember rows, right? So 3 rows of 9. So here's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9 chairs, but I have 3 rows of that. Remember guys, when you're not sure what to do, draw a picture. That's always going to help you. And we're trying to find total chairs. Okay, and I should have this done 3 times. Okay, so now I kind of have a 3 by 9 array. Pause the video here and count these chairs. Press play whenever you're ready. So I know that when I count all those, I have 27 blue chairs. Okay, well, they gave me the option of 27 and 24 over here, but neither one of those are my answer. I need to find my total, how many chairs are in the cafeteria. So I need to add 24 red chairs and 27 blue chairs. 4 plus 7 is 11. Carry my 1. 1 plus 2 is 3. Plus 2 more is 5. There are 51 total chairs. Okay? Make sure you're not just adding 3 plus 9 plus 24. Okay, that is not our answer. They tell you that there are 24 red chairs. Then they tell you there are 3 rows of 9. So you need to draw that out. and figure out what number that is. Once you have both numbers, you need to add blue chairs and red chairs to find out how many total chairs are in the cafeteria. Okay, so on your Canvas, you're going to have questions similar to that. Please make sure you take your time when you're answering those. Read carefully, and remember, guys, when you're in doubt, draw it out. Okay? Good luck on your Canvas today, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye, guys.